25 years ago, Charlie won a ticket to the most magical place on earth.
Did you guys have that? It's probably people like you guys out there, or like me, I should say. There was a lot of that when I first started comedy. People like, you never saw Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory? It's like, I didn't. We used to go to violent movies. It was funny. Like, my mother took us to fucking 2 kid movies, and she told me years later, she was like, yeah, we went to them. I just thought they were stupid. I know I've told this story before. We saw For the Love of Benji, which I imagine my mother watching it was like, for the love of God, kill that fucking dog and let's get out of here. And then there was For the Love of Benji. Oh, my God. I mean, could there be a more saccharine fucking movie out there? That's like, what really made, like, Bugs Bunny and Sesame Street, like, all of those, like, they knew how to entertain kids but also kept in mind that there were adults watching the kids or within earshot, and they made it entertaining for them. But then there's just people, they were just like, let's torture the adults and just make this 100% for the kids. And they made shit like For the Love of Benji, which was some sort of, it was like Home Alone with like a fucking beagle or something. I don't know what it was. It was, I don't remember. I just can't imagine the poor people who had to shoot that fucking movie, trying to get that fucking dog to do whatever the hell it was supposed to do, And then we saw Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, which was basically Knight Rider in a Volkswagen. So Knight Rider was cool because it had David Hasselhoff with a cool... David Hasselhoff had a cool leather jacket in the 80s. Yeah, we saw those. And then the next movie we saw was some disco movie about a vampire. I can't remember. I just remember it ended with the vampire finally bit the chick on the neck, and she turned into a bat. And the final movie was, he was kind of like, yeah, sorry, I just brought you to eternal life of killing people. And her line was just like, I could never get my shit together by Tuesday anyways.
There is one small disadvantage. We can only live by night.
Oh, that's all right with me. I mean, I could never really get my shit together till 7 anyway.
And that's how the movie ended. And a lot of movies ended like that. It was fucking fantastic. I was telling you guys, I watched the ending of Hooper. Spoiler alert. The guy he doesn't like apologizes to him and asks him to accept his apology. Burt turns around, looks right down the barrel of the camera, smiles at you as the audience member, and then punches the guy in the face and knocks him out. His friends all laugh. They all put their arms around each other, and they walk by the camera, and Burt looks right into the camera, gives the okay sign, and it freeze frames, and that's the end of the fucking movie. Now, I know that probably sounds like a shitty movie. I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of it didn't age well, but, like, you got to understand what movies were before that. Like, nobody was that, I guess that was irreverent. I don't know what it was. It was fucking amazing, though. When I watched it, I was like, that's how they ended it?
I'm also big enough to apologize. And I know you're big enough to accept. You're wrong.
And we are fucking out of here. Can you guys, because I'm watching a lot of movies lately. I don't know why. Give me your, like, top 5 movies all time and then top 5 what the fuck endings. And it can even be like a what the fuck, like, great ending. Like when Sylvester Stallone in that movie where he had the beard and the guy's like sneaking in to kill that chick, washing the dishes. And then he fucking the chick turns around and it's Sylvester Stallone in drag with his like, when Hulk Hogan's the bad guy, the black beard, he's got like a black beard close like that, but no yellow fucking Fu Manchu blonde. That was a great ending. I remember that. So anyway, we went from those movies. We saw a disco movie. If anybody can find the name of that movie, it came out about 78, 79. So when they were totally like basically exploiting disco for as much as they could. Then I think the next, what did we see? I used to know this. We saw Stripes. We saw Scarface. We saw Jaws. They brought Jaws back to theaters because Jaws 2 was coming out. I know we saw that. We saw Shocky's Machine. You know, we did see Raiders of the Lost Ark, but we didn't see Star Wars. When did I finally see Star Wars? I think I saw Star Wars when Empire Strikes Back came. When that came out, then they brought back Star Wars. But I saw Empire first, and I liked that, and I saw Star Wars. And somewhere in that, when they're out there on the desert, I checked out. Yeah, so I think that's basically what we saw. Then I just started seeing all the Brat Pack movies as I became a teenager. Breakfast Club. And then other ones, Weird Science and all of that. Then I was just off to the races with whatever the fuck I wanted to watch. But when my parents took us to movies, we went to 2 kid movies, and then it was just all Al Pacino, Burt Reynolds, Bill Murray. Just fucking insane shit that you probably shouldn't have seen at that age.
UFC, and you can ask the generals on me. You can see me on the block, the last of a dying breed. Dirty laundry, nothing but dying greed. Get your pump on bitches, you always know what I mean. Can't fuck with Brooke unless you got your OT. Why you mad at me, homie? Cause I move a lot of Tony, and you faker than a phony, and you look a little lonely. Telling time on my rollie, stopping pucks like a goalie. Bye-bye, you fucking little nobodies.